Yo, this is TJ from Northern Comeups, and today we're going to go over the come-up story of YSN Flow.
Go, 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 go. She said she DTF, I said I already know, little baby. Go, 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 go. Cause in the summer, all the good girls turn to hoes, baby.
Before YSN Flow would even turn 18 years old, he would achieve what most hungry young artists can only dream of. Co-signs with big-name producers and artists reaching out and giving props, a label deal with Republic Records, and a track that would surpass 30 million listens at 15 years old. YSN Flow would go on to perform at Lyrical Lemonade's Summer Smash Festival and Rolling Loud in 2021, sharing the same stage as Polo G, 50 Cent, and an early idol, NLE Choppa. His ability to dive as hard as he could into music and also recognize when building tracks what works and what doesn't work at a young age is a talent many big artists struggle with today. YSN Flow has had his eye at the top of the mountain since he was 12 years old, and he still hasn't broken the stare. Cameron Ford, better known by his stage name YSN Flow, is a 21-year-old rapper born and bred in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Over the span of his teen years, he built his Spotify catalog, releasing 2 albums and over 30 singles, solidifying the dedication of the young gun. With 195,000 monthly listeners and his most streamed song, Want Beef, holding an incredible 38 million listens on Spotify and another 29 million views on YouTube, it's impossible to disagree that everyone's eager to see what big things are on his way as he enters his 20s. Releasing 6 singles in 2024, closing out December with a YouTube exclusive Can't Come Home, which is already at 176,000 views, he's still surprising his fans 6 years into his rap career.
Fashion must be why I keep a stick. My shoes forever tied, so you know I can never trip.
Coming up in Cleveland, YSN Flow had seen from a young age the struggle to climb in his city. This hit especially hard for up-and-coming artists as people would hate on each other, even though they were from the same city. This taught him a lot about how negativity can affect an artist, and continues to keep his circle free of negativity and only have people around who can help him in the big picture. He'd been a fan of the new school greats, in part by his brother showing him NBA Youngboy, NLE Choppa, and Juice WRLD at a young age. Rapping and performing had been a major interest in his preteen years. At 12 years old, YSN Flow would freestyle for fun during recess with his friends when they started to tell him he might have something. He saw how the people he listened to moved, and this gave him a fire to become one of the greats alongside his idols. When he was 14, he began to take music seriously, choosing the name K-Flow as his rap name on his first few songs. He set up his own studio in his bedroom closet, which included a snowball microphone, which he began experimenting with by wrapping a winter glove around it to create new types of sounds when rapping. Switching his name to YSN Flow, he put out his first real single, which created a major buzz in Cleveland called Flexed Up, that featured 2 Cleveland artists, Greggy Westside and Nappy Naps. This was his first stepping stone on his rise, showing that his bars and singing rap style that he would flex from time to time could hold up with 2 other voices on the track. He followed up with No Cap in 2018 with sharp vocals and scary good flow rapping about making money, guns, and trap life while proudly stating being 14 years old. In 2019, he would continue his grind and consistency, putting out 1 song a month, showcasing his singing abilities on Freezing and Runnin' Up Disc Wop, trying out different flows and beats. He wasn't afraid to try new things on his tracks, testing the waters on melodic singing while staying true to his trap-influenced roots. YSN Flow would release a quick-barred, hard track called Go Dumb, which, if anything, showed an iron confidence and ever-continuing improvement over the past year. At this point, he was beginning to become a big deal around school, and he wanted to capitalize on this by selling merch. Before he could sell his brand at school, he had to convince faculty that YSN stood for Young Successful Navigator to be deemed school appropriate to sell to students.
Take on my waistline, won't beef with a nigga, you all on the net, I won't tweet with a nigga. Clips is extended, they reaching them niggas, pull up where you sleep at the street up, little nigga.
With 5 songs under his belt and a growing name in his city, YSN Flow would drop the track that would propel him into the spotlight. At 15 years old, he released Want Beef featuring Bebe Savo that would soon go on to solidify as a hood classic, not just in the city of Cleveland, but across the globe. Want Beef flowed perfectly, rapping about an itchy waistline tech and showing out on how he built this status himself, and those who hated before shouldn't expect anything in return now that he's up. The track would go on to earn 1,000 listens on the first day, 2,000 on the second, and continue to climb past 10,000 in the first week. It didn't take long for the track to surpass 11 million within the first month, and for all eyes to turn to YSN Flow. With this track, he was beginning to enter a new league, with the numbers continuing to climb. He followed up with some notable tracks like Geeked Up, Illegal Guns, and Want Beef 2.0, where he continued to uphold his young cred, talking about street life intertwined in smart wordplay and strong flows. On November 29, 2019, YSN Flow would drop his last single as an unsigned artist. He would then sign to Republic Records sometime between then and his debut album on April 10, 2020. His debut album, Flow Season, would mark the first official release for YSN Flow under Republic Records. 2020 would be a busy year for YSN Flow, with a double album year with not only Flow Season in April, but then another album titled Long Story Short in November. Both albums are easy to listen to, with tracks that can pump you up for the day, as well as something to put on when riding in the late night through the city. Flow Season had secured a feature from Lil TJ and released another version of Want Beef, featuring Quando Rondo, and bringing these artists in on his first album, coming off a major song, showed a lot of respect, as he was able to share the album, which he knew would become a success with other artists. He was able to shine a light on his features, letting them spit how they wanted, allowing them to express themselves while boosting the track with their own uniqueness. Notably, Lil TJ, who was beginning to climb his own ladder at the time, began to blow up shortly after, and there's no doubt that Bad Vibes of Flow Season helped him on his journey. On his first album, he showed he could hold a track and make solid collaborations, but for his second, he took all the weight and went for the head. A perfect follow-up from his first album, Long Story Short displayed that he could carry an album all on his own. By continuing the foundation of street insight, loyalty, and stacking his bank, he was showing hard work on the tracks, and it was paying off. Working with LA's legendary producer Iceberg, who produced the entire album, only elevated the track with him on the production and YSN Flow on the mic. With a featureless album, YSN Flow kept his singing in the mix, singing the hooks on Mud Brothers, playing it cool, and mix singing with rapping on the flow for Roll Off, which works incredibly well.
I can call, heart don't got no feelings. I took the brain off, don't want no ceiling. Before I die, I'm trying to make a killing. Want money like Trump and Bill Gates on a mission.
Flow and Republic Records would go on to drop their last single together titled Chrome Hearts in July 2021, which would be followed by a sudden stunt in the amount of releases by him. There would then be silence until his next single, Hotbox, that he would release independently in May 2022. The only songs with YSN Flow's name on them in between those two periods was one song he was featured on. YSN Flow first spoke about his split with his record label on his single FTW, short form for Fuck the World, released in November 2022, where he stated the following.
Took it even, I'm still screaming, fuck the label that I left. The only reason I ain't air them out, cause I don't really want the press. I be damned if I get put up on the shelf. Social media got soft, and that's the reason most these niggas be depressed.
From the sounds of it, that period of time between Chrome Hearts and Hotbox, Republic was either shelving him or threatening to have him shelved, and due to them not being in agreement, he was not able to release any music during that time. Initially, it stung, but Flow was able to appreciate the blessing in disguise. With no deadlines or involuntary influence on his music, he was able to take time and make the music he wanted to make. YSN Flow began to slow down and start to live a more regular life. He still remained somewhat consistent in 2022, releasing 6 singles and doing the bulk of his marketing on his Instagram and TikTok to his extremely loyal fan base he's built over the years, finishing off the year strong with Not a Love Song.
Fool, I get fucked up. If you sipping lean or alcohol, then hold your cups up. Don't get drunk no more, that nigga turn me to a drunk fuck.
In 2023, YSN Flow took a step back from making music, releasing only 4 singles. 3 of these tracks gained increasing traction, each garnering an impressive amount of views, helping to build anticipation and a fresh buzz around his name. Despite scaling down his music output, 2023 was a monumental year for him in other aspects of life. He dedicated much of his time to investing in real estate, purchasing fixer-upper properties, restoring them, and either renting or selling them. Throughout this process, he kept his fans updated on his life and ventures via social media.
For my 19th birthday, I probably could have went and bought anything, but I spent $119,000 on a investment property, man. I really don't think too many doing this, man. Be smart with your money, chase your dreams, and invest, man. I lay all to death. Let's build this empire this year.
She tryna go viral, came in Ray J, she went on makeup, the value in plain Jane. I call her bro, he gon' spend like a blade, strap like the Navy. Ice is bang bang, pulled out a brand new whip. BB fucking a brand new bitch. EE put on some brand new drip. CC's don't want no hotel, Airbnb me. I'm never stopping, I'm really on go. I keep it covered my hand like a whole Turbo codeine drink, I move a little.
So I told y'all I bought this real estate property for my 19th birthday for $119,000. And today I'm blessed to say after just one day on the market, we sold it for $250,000. Every time I come on here, I'm coming with a message, never to brag, man. My message for this video is save and invest your fucking money. Continue to chase your dream. Stay dedicated on whatever you want, man. It's never too early or too late to get started on whatever the fuck you want to do. Man, I'm 19 years old. I never really thought I'd be selling houses and doing like this at 19 years old, but you just really gotta put your mind to it. Malay ought to definitely take y'all to the crib.
2 a.m. I'm doing donuts, tires get towed up, hope I don't crash it. They put them niggas before us, look how I glowed up, that was just last year. I put some drugs in the soda, I can't be sober, I got it bad, yeah. She keeps saying it's over, it ain't over, you coming back, yeah. Forget what I said, I ain't mean it. You know I don't hold my tongue when I'm mad, yeah. Pounds that made me a demon, I'm tryna.
I really want to thank all the fans first and foremost. Without y'all support, none of this shit would be possible. So I thank y'all.
Beyond his real estate pursuits, YSN Flow focused on renovating his personal home, including rebuilding his own recording studio in the basement, a journey he documented extensively on TikTok.
What's going on with y'all, man? The last time we talked, I was getting a studio built in my crib, and as y'all can see, finally finished. I wasn't able to get a lot of videos of the workers getting the work done because I wasn't home most of the time. They was over here working. So I'll show y'all what I did get in the final result, how the studio came out.
She tryna go viral, came in Ray J, she went on makeup, the value and plain Jane. I call her bro, he gon' spend like a blade, strap like the Navy. Ice is bang bang, put out a brand new whip. BB fucking a brand new bitch. EE put on some brand new
Studio is done, man. What the fuck? I gotta thank y'all first and foremost, though, with Granny, man. None of this possible without y'all.
His passion for real estate is evident and not a recent development. In his 2024 single, Healing Scars, he reflects on purchasing his mother a house for $250,000. Additionally, videos dating back to 2020 show him, at just 16 years old, buying and flipping properties. Amid his real estate and music ventures, YSN Flows also welcomed his first daughter in August 2023, marking another significant milestone in his life. With family and financial growth as top priorities, it's clear why he released only 4 songs in 2023, with the final single dropping in May. He focused on leveraging his music earnings to build lasting wealth and provide for his loved ones. Throughout 2023 and 2024, YSN Flow continued performing, primarily in his hometown, where he's cultivated a dedicated fan base. He frequently expresses his gratitude to his supporters, showing appreciation for those who have stood by him during this transformative period. Despite the changes in his journey, his connection with his fans remains unwavering, and his focus on both music and personal growth continues to drive him forward. In 2024, YSN Flow made his return to music with the release of his long-awaited single UFOs in May, a track he'd been teasing for some time. Though his release pace had slowed, it did not signal an end to his career. He released 6 tracks in 2024, with his latest, Can't Come Home, dropping in December, proving his passion for music remains strong, and he has no plans of stepping away anytime soon.
Told her I love that, she believed that. Her bitch I need in UFOs, I never seen that. Still can't believe things I achieved, I really dreamed that.
Blowing up at such a young age made things stressful, and his main focus now is taking care of his family and making sure his inner circle is good. As lavish as it can be sometimes, it can rob anyone in that position of important years of figuring out life as a young teen, and it's understandable to need a break after grinding his entire teenage years. He's been fighting personal battles as of late, which will take time to fully overcome. He doesn't dismiss the hard work he's done and is thankful for how far he's come, but he's began taking a break for himself and focusing on releasing singles instead of full-length albums. However, don't be fooled. YSN Flow has been talking about heating things up again, and with the new year comes new releases for him. He seems to be in a better headspace, and just recently sold out a venue in his hometown in celebration for his 21st birthday, where he had a full-on concert with friends of his opening like YSN Marlowe, 36JV, and Lil 50. YSN Flow is the definition that anything's possible. At 12 years old, he was a kid making music in his bedroom closet, and by 15, he was performing at big-name music festivals and had his songs reach worldwide status. If anything, YSN Flow proves that anyone can make it no matter how young you are or how unreachable the goal may seem. There's always a chance to come up and reach the top. To accomplish what he's accomplished before the age of 18 is an extraordinary feat that with hard work and dedication to the craft can be obtained by anyone with a mic and a dream. He's a trailblazer and a leader for young artists to look up to and be inspired by when thinking about stepping into the rap game. Go tap into YSN Flow and make sure to let him know you came from Northern Comeups. Thanks for listening to me and tapping into the video. Make sure to follow Northern Comeups on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all our socials. You can find YSN Flow and much more talent in our official Northern Comeups playlist. All the links to everything and everyone will be in the description below. If you want to support Northern Comeups, consider picking up some clothing from our latest drop, the Comeup Collection Volume 1, also found in the description. My name's TJ, and this is the Comeup story of YSN Flow.
Goddamn,